Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And as promised, I'm going to dig into Rev in this particular video that we're going to do today. I'm going to talk to him about why I do not respect him as a man and why he is working on borrowed time. I'm going to try to make this as quickly as possible, though, mainly because I'm tired and I want to get some rest. And that's just where I'm at right now. All right, so let's just get into this. How about we take a look at a video first before we get into anything so that nobody accuses me of misrepresenting. Rev, I don't want you I'm sorry, not Rev. I keep forgetting. Jason, I don't want you to think I'm misrepresenting you or making stuff up or anything like that, because unlike you, I actually can show you videos and the things that you actually said. I mean, for crying out loud, it's all over the place. So these are videos that people have seen about you before, but nobody's ever really heard my take on it before. So I'm going to let you guys take a look at this. As a matter of fact, one of these videos, I think you kind of did get my take. But I want people to see the destruction of a male, the destruction of a man, how to make a man look pathetic on the internet. I want y'all to take a look at this, and we take a look at who's actually doing it to him. So let's get into this. And Rev, I'm sorry, Jason, if you're watching this, some habits are hard to get to stop doing, but Jason, hold on. Listen to me, man. I'm doing this in the spirit of love, but I'm also doing this because I think you need a good slap in the face, dude. And I mean a one from a man, not from a woman, not getting punched in the mouth from a woman. I think you need a smack in the face from a man. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about here, and then we'll look at the other one, which is even shorter than this, and then we'll get into it. Oh, the fun. But I'm going to do what I got to do with them. I'm going to do what I got to do. Even the Christians are going to like this one. So let's get into this here.
Just so you can hang out with some ugly fucking guy. You're disgusting. We all care. I'm all alone in this world.
Hey, Quasi, I don't know how long I've been awake. No, I'm not okay. I fucked up real bad. Stop taking this. Yeah, I know. Get out, Rev. You need to get out of this situation, bro.
Aren't you supposed to be proving how much you want me?
She's abusing you. Run, Rev, run.
Whatever. You ain't gonna do what you said you were gonna do.
I'm reading the chat, and I'm supposed to answer every question. That's what I'm supposed to do. You are the victim.
Yeah, he's the victim.
Everyone can see it. You don't want her abusive, toxic love. She's an abuser. You are the victim. Get out. Save yourself. Please, we are begging you to please, God, run.
Yeah, I'm the abuser, but he cheated and he left me alone.
Run, Jason. We're not your enemy. Listen to the cops. They were right. She's abusive. Get out. Please, Rev. She's gaslighting you. Yep, I know it.
Oh, this is how you prove to get me back, Jason?
You did gaslight me.
How did I gaslight you?
You tell me I'm lying about things I'm not lying about. She burned through all your money, dude. Get out. Man, you're like Johnny Depp, man.
Wow. Wow. You hurt me, and you're going to continue to hurt me?
This is what the audience is saying.
You're going to continue to hurt me?
This is what the audience is saying.
Well, good. This is not proving you want me back. This isn't you admitting to your faults.
I already admitted everything.
You didn't admit it on there.
And?
Shouldn't you tell the people what you fucking did?
I think everybody in the community knows what I did.
Oh, so you're not going to admit it on your channel?
Yeah, I will. I'll say the whole story right now.
No, you're not going to admit it on your fucking channel. I can't with you, Jason.
I'll say it. I'll say it. I'm doing what you told me to do, which is read the chat. That's what I'm doing.
You're supposed to be saying you want me back.
I do.
No, you don't. Not if you do this. And you could try and make it seem like I'm abusive to you when I'm not.
It's what they're saying. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you what happened, okay? Because that's...
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. You don't ever hear me doing that with her, calling her names and...
Oh, you liar. You call me names every day, and now I'm gassed up, and now I'm the wrong. I hate you.
So here's what happened. A couple days ago, I started getting...
It wasn't a couple days ago. It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
When you got out of jail.
No, it wasn't that soon that this happened. It was a couple days ago that I started getting tons of friend requests on Facebook. And I learned pretty quickly that the majority of them were female prostitutes. So what did I do? I decided it'd be a fun, stupid idea to troll the shit out of them by saying, hey, you're hot. Hey, here's my dick pic. I thought it would be funny.
And then you told them where you were.
So?
Why don't you say that?
I told them where I was. Wow, when it's on my profile that I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So anyway, I did that, and it's been made now.
Asking for sex. You were asking for sex, Jason.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, you were. Shall I read another text of yours?
Go ahead. Read all my texts.
God, you're such a liar.
So that's what happened. That's all that happened. I never met a prostitute for sex. I never paid for sex. Nothing.
Yeah, but you sure asked about it.
Trolling. Yep.
And giving your dick pics to women.
Trolling.
No. It's not trolling, Jason. That's not how you troll people.
No, I know about everything they're saying is get the hell out now. You're abused horribly. Get out.
Yeah, get out.
I am.
Get out. You don't love me. You never did.
See, I did this for her. This. I look like this now. And that was for her. This is for her.
How many women have I found you talking to like that?
They're all saying that's not cheating. That's not cheating. That's right. It's not.
Oh, wow. Now he's justifying himself.
They're all saying it's not cheating. And that's correct. It's not. But anyway, that's how this was taken and perceived. And that's everything that happened. That's all that happened. But the cops were waiting for me outside. And they had a pamphlet for me and said, you are a victim.
You are so...
You have rights.
Manipulative, Jason.
This is what happened. I'm telling the truth.
Honestly manipulative.
I'm telling the truth of what happened.
Yeah, telling a woman where you're at. Just saying, meet me at the park at Marywood.
So?
Saying you want to eat her ass. Saying you want to eat her pussy.
I was trolling all of it.
That's not trolling, Jason.
Yes, it is.
You were looking for someone. And I'm not foolish enough to not believe that.
You can make it whatever you want. It's not what it was. So that's literally what happened, man. You know?
Yeah, make it like it's not a big deal, Jason.
It was a big deal because it's a big deal to you.
It's not a big deal to you?
She needs to be arrested, Jason. Call the cops now.
For what?
That's what she's saying. They're saying this.
I'm literally lying on my bed.
Tell her to leave if she's unhappy. They all want me to call the cops right now.
They call the cops on me and tell them I'm lying on the bed, crying my eyes out because you did that to me. Just call them. Take me away. Take me out of my fucking misery.
I want you happy.
I just got this eviction notice that we gotta be kicked out here in the weekend and we're losing our fucking car and everything all at once. I need fucking help. I don't know what to do. I'm fucking panicking. I've tried all I can. My fucking phone, they sent me a fucking shitty fucking phone and it's gone. I need fucking help. Someone help me. I worked my ass off trying to do as much as I can, and I sent fucking Krista the $50 back by fucking accident. I need G-Man. Okay, so can someone severely get me hold of G-Man? Because I need him. I need someone in my life. Because I just don't know what to do. You know, I say we just pack up the car what we can.
Oh God, man, I needed that one. After the day I had today, I needed that one. If you guys just got here, today we're going to talk to Rev about how to be a man today. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to say about that first video before we get started. Rev, dude, I know a sneak this when I see it, and you meant every word that those comments were saying because you couldn't do anything else, all right? You didn't want to get into an argument with her because, you know, she believed that you cheated on her and everything. And then number two, and I know Becco and those guys are probably going to get on me a little bit later. And by the way, we got a super chat here that I want to show everybody here real quick. I got to get to that. I suck at keeping up with these things. Even Becco told me I need to respect these things. Where is it? There's a super chat on here. Hold on one second, guys. Let me get to that super chat. I apologize, guys. Somebody gave a $2 super chat. I appreciate that, by the way. Oh, here we go. Revelina wanted your strudel. That's what Angry Roach said. Angry Roach says Revelina wanted your strudel. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's the super chat that I was watching right here. All right, so he says Revelina wanted my strudel too. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Okay, so let's get into this here now. Let's, let me see something here. G-Man. What does that say? G-Man, can we please be friends? Okay, so let's get into this here now. Okay, so this man, you know, this manly man of Jason is in this house with Shani, and he goes on Facebook and he's trolling with these women on there. And you know, Shani can't stand the fact that this guy is actually trolling people and pretending to flirt with them, and she calls that cheating. But it was perfectly okay for her to do this regarding Ms. D. I never forgot that, Shani, and everybody saw it. Okay, not just her. You flirted with Foodie Beauty. You flirted with Trisha. Truthfully, Trisha, you done flirted with a whole bunch of different people on here. Okay, you didn't shave your head. You didn't see him crying like a little baby and everything and whatnot, and acting the way you're acting. All right, so that's just a knock on Shani. Rev, you're an idiot for shaving your head, and I'm gonna get into that why when we start getting into all of this. Then when your woman is at her lowest point, she's worried, she's trying to figure out where she's gonna lay her head at. She not looking for you, Rev. She wasn't looking for you, dude. Who was she looking for? She wasn't even praying. She wasn't teaching people to trust in Jesus, trust in the Lord. Who was she calling? She was calling for me. Because I'm the only real man that's been in her life for the last, I don't know, 2 years, Rev. But let's get into this so that you guys can understand why I keep putting that salt in the wound regarding him with this. I want to show you something that's written in the scriptures, particularly in 1 Corinthians. Real simple, real quick, and to the point. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, and it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Rev, you're not a man, dude. You're a little boy. You see the difference? First of all, let's talk about boys on here for a minute, okay? Boys don't take care of their responsibilities. Boys are only interested in playing video games all day, in having fun, in having as much pleasure as possible. Never struggling, never suffering, always want to be in nirvana 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if a little bit of stress come your way, I want my mommy, I want my daddy, I need my Shani. Which is what you do on a regular basis, dude. You act like a little boy. You don't know how to take care of your responsibilities. All right. You have never been the type to say, you want to know what? I got this. Even when you had all that money. Instead of being a man and being in charge of your finances, knowing what it takes to keep them finances, you allowed this woman who's never been in charge of any real money her entire life to be in charge of your money and to spend you broke. Well, spend a large portion of your money broke. That's what you allowed to do. That happened on your watch. Then you allowed this outsider to bring her kids into your life and force them on you when you knew full well you wasn't ready to have no kids. And you want to know why you can't get that woman pregnant? You want to know why God didn't bring somebody in your life where you can have children? Because you're not fit to be a father. You're not fit to be some type of role model to be leading kids anywhere. You're not fit for any of that. You're not fit for any of that. Because you're a little boy. That's what you are. You're an irresponsible brat who cries like a baby when you don't get your way. And when you're in need, you go out there to people you don't know and you beg for money. That's what you do. Okay? If you was an actual man, you would put those things to the side. And you want to know what you would do? You would take up your responsibilities. You would understand your situation. Pay attention to me, Ryan, because we talked about this. You would understand your situation. You want to know what you would do? You will look at Shanny, you will look at the place that you're in, and you will pull your pants up and you will say, you know what, I understand I got some mental issues, but you know, I can't stand the woman that I love to be so hungry. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to suffer. And I'm going to go fill out job applications, and I'm going to go get a weekly check so that my woman is cared for. But no, you're not that kind of person, dude. No. The kind of person that you are, Jason, is the kind of person that will call me up and ask me to take care of your responsibilities, take care of your woman. Seriously, Jason, when was the last time you took care of your woman? Like, I want you to think about it. Well, when I had 700,000. That's yesterday, dude. This is today. When was the last time you see, somebody donated some money to you. You mentioned the name on your YouTube channel, and I don't remember the name or whatever. But that person is the man of your house now because he's the one donating to your woman. He's the one donating, making sure you can eat, and that Shanny eats. And if those kids were there, he would actually be more of a father than you, because at least this guy actually went to work, got some money, and actually donated to you. They didn't lose all that in 2020. Shannon's a liar and her breath stinks. They lost some money, but they didn't lose all of it. She spent all that money on marijuana and stupid mukbangs and stupid frivolous shopping and Rev buying that Durango and some other stupid decisions that they made. But Rev, the reason why Shanny doesn't respect you, Rev, because I want to get into this a little bit, is because you don't know how to take the lead. You don't know how to take charge. You want to know what I would do in your situation, Rev? I would I would turn this off right now. I would go to her PS5. I would unhook everything and say, no, we need food in here. G-Man's got a point. I'm going to take all this stuff and I'm going to go sell it, and I'm going to put some money out there for us to get food and clothing. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm start taking the steps necessary to get our kids back. And you would do it without her permission. You would do it in a way that she can actually follow you. But no, you're following after her. She believes e-begging is the way to go. She believes that lowering herself to be less than a prostitute, to get on here and to prostitute herself on the internet for a super chats. I'm sorry, she don't get super chats on Twitch. She gets PayPal on Twitch, and she gets Cash App on Twitch. So let's say that she's hookering herself for Cash Apps and PayPals on Twitch, Twitter. For what I understand, somebody brought to my attention that she was begging for sandwiches on Twitter. And you're following the example. See, you go on your YouTube channel and you bring yourself down lower than Shanny. Guys, foods. Dude, how long ago was it that you guys lost that place in Colorado to the time that you guys have been in Pennsylvania? Some people are saying that I should be a little bit nicer towards you regarding this particular issue. Okay, some people are saying that I should be nicer towards you. I don't believe you that I need to be nice to you. I believe that people need to be as hard with you as possible, because you got this thing in your head that when you grow up and you get your first apartment and you go out into the world, that the world owes you something, that the world has to give you anything that you want. And that's not the way it works, my friend. And you want to know the harsh truth? This world don't give a blank about you. It doesn't. Do you hear me, Rev? It doesn't care about you. Go look at the animal kingdom for a moment, okay? Go look at lions when they're taking care of their cubs. Who does the hunting for them? It's the mother, and it's the female lions. They hunt. They hunt for the antelopes and bison and all that other stuff and whatnot. They hunt these animals, and then they bring and then the younger cubs can come in, who's part of the pride and actually can share in it. But the point is that the parents did that. A time is going to come where the parents ain't going to be doing that no more. They're going to have to hunt for their own food. They're going to have, if they're males, they're going to have to start their own pride. They're going to have to go find females to mate with. They're going to have to be responsible, because the parents ain't going to be doing that forever. I don't know what it is with you, but you got this thing in your head that somebody is always supposed to do your job for you. You have people out there that will help you. There are people that will push you to be better. But it is not my or anybody else's responsibility to do what you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. Do you understand how much help you had before your dumb, ignorant, stupid woman got on there saying, G-Man gave me a death warrant? She didn't even have the discipline to keep her mouth shut. And you lack the leadership to tell her to shut up. I'm not stupid. The people that are watching this ain't stupid. The people that are sniping this are not stupid. They can all tell that you and her don't necessarily agree about the current events. And I can tell that something inside of you wants to say something to her. That's called your dignity, your pride, your courage. But you bury that deep because you believe that your life will be over if you lose her. I think you forget about the billions of women that are walking around the planet. I think you forget that there are other, listen to me, there's somebody out there for everybody, including you, Rev. We talked about this. You know this. You do not have to depend on her, dude. You don't. She ain't doing nothing for you. She ain't doing nothing for you. And you ain't doing nothing for her. You're depending on me to do your job so that you can have peace of mind. You're depending on all these people watching to do your job so that you can have a peace of mind, because you refuse to get up your lazy behind and do it yourself. You ain't no man, dude. You're a joke, and you're on borrowed time. You think that woman ain't thinking about how to replace you? She's been, let me tell you the God's honest truth, Jason. She's been trying, she's been conjuring up ways to replace you since Colorado. Since Colorado, or before you guys went to Colorado. You want to know how I know this? Because every other YouTuber out there is saying, oh, G-Man's a backup plan. G-Man's a backup plan. G-Man's a backup plan. You'd be surprised how many channels are actually saying this, that G-Man was the backup plan. But your backup plan didn't work. Now you're stuck with him. But the funny thing is you're not married. There's nothing holding you two together. Both of you are living in fornication. You're not married. You're not in a committed union, and you two refuse to actually go do it the right way. I believe that if you got a donation tomorrow, you would not do it the right way. Because somewhere in your mind, you believe that you're doing God's will. Or have you forgotten the punishment, particularly in the Old Testament, for people that live that kind of lifestyle? Go read what it says about the New Testament. You guys are quick to tell somebody that they're going to go to hell. Carrie's going to go to hell. This person's going to go to hell. But you tend to forget that you are living in sin as well. Get the beam out of your eye before you talk about the speck of dust of somebody else's. You're living in fornication. You're not married. That is not your wife. A real man knows how to speak up, dude. You know that a lot of the stuff that is coming out of that woman's mouth is boulder dash. It's baloney. It's stupid. And yet you sit there and you support it and you don't tell her to shut up. Why is it any of my business that you want to, okay, for example, everybody that is watching this, why is it my business? Why is it anybody else's business that are watching this that this man decided to troll somebody on Facebook? Shanny, if you would have did that to me, Shanny, let me tell you the difference between me and Jason. Jason sat there, he endured it, and he took it. I would have flung you out that house. I wouldn't have tolerated 2 minutes of it, and we both know it. Just like I told you, if you ever decided to interrupt one of my streams, I would take that computer and I would fling it out the window before I start flinging you out the house. I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. You know it, and I know it. And Rev, you need the same attitude, dude. You paid for everything that's in that room, and yet you act like you don't got a voice in anything. What is wrong with you, dude? What happened to you? You need a set of balls, dude. You really do. You need a set of balls. You have allowed this woman to humiliate and embarrass you. I knew you before you met this woman. Well, I knew you before the two of you got together. I'll put it to you that way. I knew you before you guys got together in Nadia's rooms, and you was articulate, and you knew how to make your arguments. You knew what you believed and why you believed it, even though I disagreed with a lot of the things that you were saying. The point of the matter, now I did agree, however, with some of the things that you were saying on your little radio show or whatever. And I also know, just from listening to you gleaning on this Trump issue, is that you are a supporter of Donald Trump. You are a supporter of him. But the moment you ended your stream, you allowed your other half to talk to you, intimidate you, and then she forced you to go live, and you changed your mind. Y'all don't got a loving relationship. What you two got is, I'm just going to keep you around long enough until your replacement comes. And that is exactly how Shani sees you. And as a man, you're supposed to recognize that, dude. You ain't nothing but a booty call to that woman and somebody to wipe her behind when she needs it. That's it. That's all you are to her. You have no value to her because you're not offering her anything. One of the things in the church that we say all the time is that when you're going to go out there and you're going to try to find a woman that you want to marry, the first thing that woman is going to say, what do you have to offer? Great, you're saved. You know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. But what do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? And right now, the roaches that are going around in that, the roaches that are crawling around in that hotel that you're in, has got more to offer than you do right now. And it's just true. Why do you think when you was in Colorado, she said she needed G-Man? That's when you were no longer the man of the house. When she had to call me and she had to go to every other man that's out there to try to help her, you ceased from being the man of your house. You lost all respect. She was only with you for one reason, and you will not accept this. Now, granted, she may have had feelings for you. One second, guys. Maybe you were good in bed. Maybe you were good at doing certain things. You know what I mean? But the most part, she wanted your money, dude. She got it. She spent it all. And she's just waiting for your replacement. That's what I mean when I'm saying that you're on borrowed time, dude. You sitting there so concerned about not wanting to offend her. But she has no problem flirting on the internet. She has no problem. There's a video on here that somebody showed me last night, which she said that that me and her had sex. I didn't see you get mad about that. But she could tell you to shave your head. There are videos out there with her flirting with women and men and different people in the community. I don't see you getting mad about that, dude, but you shaved your head like a dummy. If you was in a room with men, I mean just with men, not little boys, not people who allow women to dictate what they're going to do all the time, and you was in a room with men, we would all be laughing at you, dude. So what kind of an idiot are you, dude, shaving your head? Drop her, get somebody else, period. Or tell her you're not shaving your head. And if she can't take you at your word, leave. You don't even understand, Red, that you don't even got to go through what you're going through. I already said that I would be more than willing that if I sold that place or rented it out, you would be getting a portion of it. But you cannot be in that relationship with Shani. You have to move forward, dude. You got to do something with yourself. And there are other people saying the same thing. Not everybody agrees, though. See, some people, and I kind of agree with them, where they're saying that you're a piece of garbage for what you did to Zachary. So that's going to affect my decision making. All right. So, I mean, like I said, I get that and I understand that. I get and I understand that. But you don't got to go through any of that. Shanny needs to go to a hospital and get mental help, and you need to learn how to be a man, dude. You have to learn how to provide. You have to learn how to protect, and you have to learn how to be a priest. And you can't do any of that. She don't respect you as a priest. The moment you start going in there talking about the Bible, she ain't gonna pay you no mind. If somebody breaks into that room, she's gonna be protecting you. You ain't gonna be protecting her. And one of the things that you told me in that Durango, Rev, you told me that this woman does not make you feel like a man. And that's when you wanted to dump her. You was getting ready to leave her. You was dead serious. You had a plan in your head on how you was going to leave because this woman does not let you, doesn't do a good job making you feel like a man. But you notice that when I went there, Shanny couldn't tell me nothing. Shanny wasn't in the position to tell me nothing. Even when y'all had all of that money, she wasn't going to be dictating anything to me. I wasn't born with breasts and a vagina. Okay, I am a man. I was trained. I was raised to be a man. I'm not disrespecting women. Please don't get mad at me. But I am raised a certain way. I understand that the world has changed and that men have certain attitudes today and whatnot. That's another video. What I am saying is that I was taught by my mother that you got to take care of your responsibilities, that you have to lead, not follow, that you have to go out there and you have to actually do the things that's going to get you respect from these women. And ain't no woman going to respect no unemployed bum. No woman's going to respect you, dude. You are never, ever going to get to the next level in your life, dude, with this attitude that you got. Foods. If Shanny wants to get on here and embarrass herself with doing that, let her do it, dude. You got an uncle. Call him. And for the love of everything that is holy, learn from past experiences, dude, and do not tell her. This is something that you guys, I think I told you guys before. This man would get $200, sometimes $400 from the uncle. The moment Shanny, I'm in debilitating pain. I need the $60 Delta 8. Oh, that's the only thing. Oh, pain's gone. That ain't pain, Shanny. That's called addiction. That's called addiction. You know, pain my foot. Dude, you need to take the lead or you're going to be living in that hotel and eventually you're going to be living out in the street. Yeah, you made the mistake. You made another mistake, man. You listened to this hotel manager that said that you can stay there as long as you need to. Now, what y'all heard was, oh, we don't have to worry. We ain't got to rush. The same dumb attitude you had when you lived in that house. You're going to go back and you're going to resort to just sitting back and you're going to be content with begging other people for money. And that's what you're going to do. That is not what a real man would do. A man would see this opportunity that he had and he would bust his rear end to get rent and security. Notice this, Rev. And I'm sorry, Jason. Where is the video where you're asking people to do a GoFundMe for you so you can get rent and security? It's always you want a sandwich. How many of you notice this? Is they always want a sandwich. They want a soda. They want pizza. They want a sandwich. They want soda. And they want a pizza. How many of you notice that? Not one time does he ever ask you guys to do a GoFundMe for him where he can get $5,000 to get rent and security. Not one time. I'm not saying that you guys are going to do it. More than likely, you're not. But I'm just saying, let's keep it real here. This is what a real man would do. This is what a real man would do. And if you guys didn't give, he needs to go to Dollar General, Family Dollar, Walgreens, Rite Aid, the Goodwill store, Jerry's, a Giant, Ollie's, good stuff, cheap, or any one of them places and try to get some employment. Even if it's for a day, that's money that you earn. That's $50 in your pocket that you work for, that you didn't have to come on here and beg for, dude. Another reason why you're in the condition that you're in, Jason, because you're still addicted to that lifestyle that you had in Boulder, Colorado. You have convinced yourself that Jesus is not enough. You have allowed that lying barracuda who is being controlled by Satan to tell you that you need something other than Jesus. I mean, seriously, how powerful is he, Shanny? I would love to hear you go on your Twitch and talk, because you said it's all about Jesus on your thing. That revenge is for the weak and all this other stuff, Shanny, that you completely forgot about that you did on your channel, that everybody can still see. Tell me something. Why aren't you leaning on Jesus, Shanny? Why aren't you praying and asking him to help you? You want to know why? You are in sin. And this ain't about Jesus. This ain't even about Jason. Shanny, for you, this is all about you. This is all about you. Because that's the only person you care about, woman, is yourself. You don't care about them kids. You don't care about Jason. You don't care about your family in Duluth. All you care about is you and your stupid little heart that I hope God continues to break and gives you a new heart and takes away that stony heart that you have. Because I don't care about your heart, Shanny. I stopped caring about your heart a long time ago. You walk around here claiming you're representing Jesus Christ, and look at how you're conducting yourself on the World Wide Web doing porn. We're doing porn for the homeless. We're doing porn for the unfortunate. Inviting other YouTubers to join in your debauchery. You get on here and you lie to everybody saying that and mind you, this is just a Christian worldview. I understand a lot of you don't believe this. But I'm talking to Shanny here right now, okay? You get on YouTube and you say that anyone who says we deserve hell is a liar. Shanny, let me explain something to you, honey. Go read that list over there in the book of Galatians about being in the flesh. Go read the ones who's outside the city. You're basically all of the things that are being described there. Stop condemning Carrie and these other people to hell when you yourself are very much in danger of the lake of fire. You getting on here crying, saying, I need people to take care of me. No. I don't think you understand this, honey. That little boy that you're living with, who I will never call a man until he starts doing what he got to do, that little boy that you're living with, that is his responsibility to take care of you. I'm going to use a couple of people on here as an example to prove my point. Let's randomly pick somebody in the live chat here. Why is it Steve McRae's manager's responsibility to take care of you, Shanny? I'm dying to hear that. And Rev, why would you allow Steve McRae manager to take care of your woman? Tell me something, Rev. Jason. Would you allow Steve McRae manager to walk to your house and to basically have sex with your woman? I mean, he's taking care of her. He's taking care of her. Why can't he have sex with her? All the other men that are watching this and the women, why can't they just do what they want with your woman? I mean, she wants everybody on here to take care of her and whatnot, dude. While you sit back and you just chilling, playing Mortal Kombat, dude. Playing Mortal Kombat. And me and you like the same video games, Rev. Me and you are both gamers. Well, let me change that. I am not a gamer like you, but me and you both like a lot of the same games. We like a lot of the same movies. But we mean you differ, dude, is when it's time to be a man. Because I grew up a lot harder than you, dude. I ain't grow up with no silver spoon in my mouth. Mommy didn't do everything for me. I had to get off my behind and do something for myself. And you need to understand, dude, you are in your 30s. And it takes me, of all people, to tell you how to be a man, dude. You have allowed that dinosaur to destroy much of your life. The good news is a lot of it can be fixed. And like I said, when you're going to really understand this, Jason, is when you walk away. Watch the amount of support you get. Mark my words. Everybody's going to be trying to help you, dude. Even the people. Oh, but let me warn you, by the way, they're going to rip you a new butthole about what you did to Zachary. They're going to rip you a new butthole, especially when you go to one of their rooms for the first time. You do not think you're going to be getting thunderous applause. And then tell me this, Jason, why would you go to people who don't like you? The people who are saying that you're a terrible person for kicking Zachary and have the nerve to ask them for money? Or are you not aware of how people look at child abusers? You ain't no man, dude. You're a little boy. You're pretending to be a man. Because I promise you this, when Mama Shani wants what she wants, you're going to bend your knee, you're going to worship her, and you're going to do everything she tells you to do, because you do not have a mind of your own, because you refuse to be a man and do what is necessary to get your family, to get her family out of the situation that she's in. As I told you this, Red, before, and I'm doing this for two reasons. Number one, to get you to think a little bit and to embarrass you. I can call Shani up right now and she'll leave you like that. Think about that a minute. She don't gotta live like that. I can call her right now. Now, if I'm saying this, how much more the rest of the world? And I'm nobody. I don't got anything. Y'all talk about this house and all this other stuff and whatnot, but I ain't got nothing. You want to know what's really messed up? Now, I'm not saying he's gonna do it. Trust me, I'm not saying he's gonna do it. But when Dragnut can call Shani up and steal her away from you, Jason, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Miss Parker, who is bisexual, can take Shani away from you. Because at least they got some money coming in. And they got a roof over their head. Somebody put this one here. See, you act like you want her, and I hate her. No. I don't think you guys understand. I'm trying to bring up a bigger point. That right now, Jason, you're worthless, dude. Because listen to me. Any woman, I mean, eventually Shani's her brain is gonna evolve from being a dumb brain to being somewhat smart and realize that there are men out there with money, which she don't gotta suffer in that room all day. And then that's when it's going to hurt, dude. You think you're going through pain now. You wait. See, you should be more concerned about who she's talking to when you're not around, Jason. I bet you never looked at those videos when you were locked up. You wasn't looking and listening to what she was saying. Talking about some, oh, well, I deserved it. Trust me, dude. Trust me on this. You was yesterday's news. If I'd have stayed there, you would have never got back out of that. I'm telling you, she would have went to court and she would have made sure you stayed there. I got the text message, dude. She said she would blank my brains out if I kicked you out of the house. I can show you the text, dude. I can show you. I showed it on Drag Channel. And Shani, you notice that she always getting on here saying, G-Man's lying. You would trust the guy who said this and trust the guy who said that. Shani ain't showing no receipts showing how I'm lying. Shani ain't showing no receipts, and Shani ain't giving no counter arguments. Because Shani knows I'm 100% correct about what I'm saying. 1,000% correct about what I'm saying. And let me explain to you, Shani, why somebody like you will never get a person like me. Let me explain this to you, Shani. And I want you to listen to this and listen to this good. Okay? Granted, you might be able to manipulate me and maybe get me for 5 minutes, because I'm not going to act like I'm super strong when it comes to manipulation. And people ain't going to get amnesia and forget about what I said this morning or whatever, and what I said a week ago or whatever. But let me tell you why you ain't going to get a guy like me, Shani, who busts his rear end, works, and brings home the bacon. You want to know why you're not going to get a guy like me? You want to know why? Because I ain't stupid. And you can dupe and fool. You duped and fooled Chris. I don't know how you did that. You duped and you fooled the dude that was before him. I don't know how you did that. You duped and you fooled Jason. I don't know how you did that. Me, I got to see, in hindsight, I got to watch all of this. I'm sorry. I got a brain. Somebody says self-respect. She had no receipts because she knows I'm telling the truth. That's why she's really mad. She ain't mad about me ultimately changing my mind about the house, because they know me well enough to know I can change my mind again. They know for what she's mad about is I don't want her. I don't want her. I got to be around them. And I don't know how to describe this, but guys, you can understand this. When a woman walks past you and you smell that perfume, it sticks with you, right? When you got that woman and she got that butt and you're turning around and you're looking at her, I'm just keeping it real, and she's got that perfume, it sticks with your memory. Well, imagine looking at a woman, and then when you go in there, the last smell you smell are underarms, feet, fungus, cat pee, human pee, mold, and that's the last thing that you smell. It's like a rug's been drenched, like their clothes smell like a rug's been drenched in water, and the rug was dirty, and it was sitting around, and it developed this smell. And then I want you to imagine somebody taking mold, mixing it in it, and then it's there for a few days, and then a cat comes and pee on it for 100 years, and then mixed with underarms. That is how she smelled. Jenny's mad that I said that, but it's true. Talking about you want a man and whatnot, and you walking around here smelling like that, you must be crazy. You must be crazy. Like even Indigo the same way. I get in her car, and she got all this rotten meat in there. And it's like, what the heck is wrong with these people? They never heard of perfume. They never heard of like oil. Let me show you something, Rev. And you know all about this because I used to give you these. This one is called Sex on the Sand. This smells delicious. This one is called Black Butter. You got to try this one. And I have a whole bunch of these oils, and they smell very, very good. You would think that if you're going to meet somebody for the first time, that you would get one of these, which is only about $3 to $5, depending on when you go buy it. If you go to downtown North, some of these are $10. It depends on the size that you get. And you would think that you would put that stuff on when you meet somebody the first time. Now I'm not gonna sit there and say every time I was around them I smelled like peaches and roses, because you got to remember, when I went over there, I was over there painting, I was repairing things, and I was doing construction. So I didn't necessarily smell all that great all the time. But most of the time I went over there, I had cologne on and I was smelling pretty good. I don't care what nobody said. You know what I mean? But those guys, when I walked in there, I was like, oh God, man, my head hurts. And, like, that's how bad the stench was. I just don't know. But getting back to Jason. Jason, how do I say this? Because I can really sound like I support abuse if I say this the wrong way. Okay, Jason, I don't know how you're going to do this, but stop your woman from begging on the internet. Have her provide a service. Maybe she gets on here and she cooks. Maybe she gets on here and she does sewing or whatnot, and teach people how to knit or something like that. And she can receive donations from that. You know what I mean? But stop her from begging on here, dude. Because every time a man gives to your household, dude, you cease from being the man. Or do I need to play that clip again where all heck is breaking loose in your house and she's calling my name? My name. You know, the same guy that you guys called the N-word on multiple occasions, the same guy you guys said that I was going to be poor, that I should be destroyed, and all this other stuff. She was calling for me. She was not calling for you. And Miss Shani, your job, according to the scriptures, if you was actually a believer, you need to submit to the authority of the boy that you live with. See, the problem is I can't call him your husband because you're not real married. You're not married, and you guys are in fornication, and you need to repent. Y'all need to repent straight up. Straight up. Dude, you need to learn what a push-up is, dude. Get some muscles on you. Stop allowing this woman to put her hands on you, dude. And you need to listen to me. I know some Muslim guys that you can talk to to help you fix that real fast. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jason. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's what I was talking about. Supporting abuse. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you need to be man enough to say, look, you ain't the only one in this relationship. Your heart ain't the only heart that's on the line here. I'm in this too. You tell that selfish barracuda that there are two of you in that relationship. And that from this point forward, you are going to lead. And if she will not follow, tell her you're going to walk through that door, you're going to get in your caddy, and you're going to go to your uncle and you're going to rebuild your life. God is teaching you something right now, Jason. He's teaching you how to be a man. He's teaching you how to be responsible. Stop letting this woman embarrass you. Why does every little tiny detail of your life got to be on the internet? You know I'm telling you the truth, dude. I'm not even saying nothing right now because me and you talked about this in the car. I was just a little nicer about how I went about doing it. Y'all just don't know. I had to endure all of this hatred on the internet. G-Man supporting these bums. He won't tell them to work. He keeps giving them their money and all this other nonsense, not knowing that behind the scenes, I'm digging in your grill, dude. That you was offered a job and you said no twice because you're above having a job. But you want to know what, little boy? If you're above having a job, then you're not going to eat tonight. If you can't work, you're not going to eat tonight. If you can't get up your lazy behind, you ain't going to eat tonight. You're not going to drink tonight. Because I done had it up to here with this. I've been dealing with this for a minute now. I'm not like I said, people want to give that's your business. But please understand, they will be doing it again the next day and the next day and the next day because this is their job. I will work, I will prostitute myself. Like, honestly, let me see something here real quick. Hold on a minute. Let me show you guys something here real quick. I got $200 here, right? Now, Shani, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna do in a minute, Shani. But this is $200, Shani. $200, Shani. Let me make sure you can see this here. It's not fake money. I want to make sure you can see this here. It's not fake. I got an offer for you, Shani. I will give you $200 if you throw his sorry behind out the house right now. I will send this to you, Cash App. If you publicly get rid of him, and I want proof he's gone. No, I'm not going to be with you. No, I'm not going to be in a relationship with you. But I will send you $200 right now if you throw him out right now. And guess what, Jason? I will send you $200 right now so that you can get gas, so that you can run to your uncle. Right? I'll tell you what. You don't want to? Tell you what. I'll give you three. I give you 300. I got 100 here. I got 100 here, and I got 100 here. No problem. I'll give you $300 if you walk away from her right now. Now, imagine what I'll give you when I sell that place or when I rent it out. I'm not playing around here. You know I'm serious. Man to man, dude, you ain't making us look very good being with her. One of you need to make a decision about something. And Shani, you ain't never getting those boys back with what you guys are doing right now. You ain't never getting those boys back doing what you're doing right now. Never, ever, 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 ever. No, yeah, CPS. We definitely can get the boys and support them if we keep begging for $10 every day on the internet. You see the difference to me and you, Jason? Your mom left you all of that money. She left you all of these assets and everything and whatnot. And you allowed this woman to come into your life and you allowed her to spin you into oblivion. Me and you both know if you had a time machine, you would have never opened your door. If you had a time machine and you knew what was going to happen in the future, you would have never opened your door. And how come you won't respond to that, Jason? Why won't you respond to that? You're going to respond. You can cherry pick little things that I say, but respond to that, dude. Keep saying I'm lying and I'm lying. If you had a time machine and you could do it all over again, would you open your door? Yes or no? And I got an even better question for you. And this is not just for Shani. This is for the entire community. who has been a better friend to Jason since 2017? It has been me. I have been a better friend to Jason since 2017, not her. All she's been doing is spending his money. That's all she's been doing. I dare anybody to come up with an argument against that. I have been a better friend to him since 2017. Nadia has been a better friend to him since yeah, you're right about that. Nadia has been a better friend to him, better friend than Shanny. Nadia never once had Jason go in there and shave his head, ever. And you want to know what's really gonna tick you off, Shanny? It's debatable. I'm not that crazy about Drag, but Drag's been a better friend to Jason than you. Go do your research and you'll see what I'm talking about. I can write a book on why that's true. But again, man, nobody on the internet should respect you as a man, dude, until you can do what you got to do. And I'm talking about John Wayne style. And you know full well what I'm talking about, Jason. Enough's enough, dude. She's been broadcasting your life, humiliating you on the internet and all this other stuff while you sit there and you got to take the brunt of all of this, dude. She literally has everything that you've ever owned. She's talking about me. You gave her the Durango. Like a dummy. That Durango's worth $40K. And if you do have a salvage title or whatever it is that you need to be able to sell that thing, you better get it and you better get it fast and you better run for the hills, dude. You better run for the hills. Run for your life, man. Run. Don't look back. You're going to turn to a pillar of salt. Run. Okay. RK says, G-Man, please answer why you gave them money for so long. Because I'm stupid. That's the short answer. And I also believe that they was going to actually get a job and do something. But clearly that was never going to happen. And I was going to be doing this for the rest of my life. But like I said, Jason, I'm doing this in love, but I'm also doing this to embarrass you as well. Because you need to feel that. You need to know what that feels like. See this? You see this little cheap hoodie I got on? You know what I paid for this hoodie? $7.99 for this hoodie. I paid $7.99 for this hoodie at a department store. Okay? Guess how I got the $7.99? I went to work and I got the money. I didn't get on YouTube and beg for this. And I certainly didn't have to go out there and beg another man to get me the shirt that's on my back. These hats, I paid for these hats. Some of these hats were Christmas gifts or birthday gifts from Evangelist Ken. And the reason why I keep showing everybody this game that I got here, this used to belong to Jason. This used to belong to Jason right here. This case and all the games that is in here, these all used to belong to Jason. Hey, you want to know how I got these, Rev? G-Man, we love you so much, G-Man. Please take this. I don't want it, Rev. And then you get offended. And then you get mad. But like I said, I still got these things. I still got these games. You know what I mean? I have a lot of stuff that you gave me that I'm more than willing to give back to you. But the only way that's ever going to happen, dude, if you want me to make that sacrifice and give you any of this stuff back, dude, which I am more than happy to do, you got to do something with your life, man. You really do. A lot of you don't know this, but like I said, he's a hardcore gamer. He collects games. And one of my goals was I wanted to get this man an Atari Jaguar. He's never had one before. I wanted to get him an Atari Jaguar. I wanted to get him some real old retro games. And I knew a place in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania that sold it. And I was going to get him all of this stuff. But you want to know what? This guy wasn't doing anything with his life. And the last thing he needs is another game system. The last thing he needs is another game system. He can't even let go of the one he has, acting like he ain't gonna get another one. Eventually, the PS5 prices are gonna go down, and everybody's gonna be able to get one. That's because Rev talks too much. That's how you guys found the hotel. Because those guys don't know how to keep a secret. Their life depended on it. That's why after a while, I said, just stop telling them things. Because I would go on YouTube and hear them randomly. I was like, why did y'all say that? Like, what are y'all, stupid or something? And then stop telling them things after a while. Just stop. All right. There are some things that I hold so close, Vecco don't even know. GP don't even know. I got my blood brother and sister don't even know some of the things that's going through my head and some of the information that I have. They're just some things I hold to myself, and I'm not sharing it with nobody. Because Rev is dumb, and he doesn't understand now that everybody's going to have fun with him now. Because he doesn't know how to keep his private life to himself. No. That's not where they're at. The hotel is correct, but that's the wrong town. But anyway, Jason, if I sell the house, dude, then I get the money that I think I'm going to get for that place. If you are still with her, I'm not giving you nothing. If I rent the place out, let's say next week, and you're still with her, I'm not giving you nothing. As a matter of fact, if you're not even working, I'm not giving you nothing. All of this is in your power, man. You have a lot of help, man, but you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with it. And I've been trying to teach you. I've been trying to, to show you how to stand up to Shani. Because I've done it in your presence a bunch of different times. She can try that crap with you, but that junk wasn't working with me. All men are the same. I said, stop it, Shani. This ain't YouTube now. Now you can't like kick me out the room or nothing like that. Stop it. I don't want to hear that garbage. Okay? All men the same. Well, what about you? You do the same thing that a lot of manipulative women do. The heck out of here. Shut up. Nobody don't want to hear that. I certainly didn't want to hear it. Sitting there talking about something you hungry. Well, if you're hungry, then go collect some cans. If you get about 20 to 60 pounds of it, you might get about maybe $25. That's enough to feed you for the day. If you know how to shop. If you don't know how to shop, then you're not going to eat for the day. What? What are you talking about? This Game Boy Advance? This is nothing. I should show you this. Let me show you something else that I got from them. Hold on. This ain't nothing. Then there's the Nintendo. Huh. And there's this bad boy, and this ain't the only one. It's another Nintendo. Oh, trust me, this thing ain't the only system. And I got a ton of games, and I got the Power Glove. I got a lot of stuff, man. Some of it I got from them. Some of them I got from other people. I got a collection of these things. And when I finish building my room the way I want, I'm going to show everybody all the retro games I got. Miss Star a long time ago wanted to get a Game Boy Advance, and they couldn't find it over there in Texas. And I remember giving her daughter one of those games. I'm not going to sell these. If I don't want these, I'll just give them away. And if I do sell, it's probably because I need some money or whatever. But we'll talk. So the bottom line is, and I'm going to say this one last time. Rev, a real man is responsible. He takes care of his he takes care of his responsibilities. He leads by example. Puts away childish things. Video games do not take priority over the important things that needs to be done. You're in the position that you're in because you prioritize video games over getting a job and doing the things that everybody else got to do to survive. No, I hear you, Twisted Skeptic. I see what you got here. I see what you're saying, and I see what everybody else is saying. Emulators are better. I have emulators too. I have an emulator for a PSP. I have an emulator for an Xbox One. An emulator for the PS2. I don't have an emulator for the Xbox 360 yet, but I have emulators for a lot of other systems. I actually have those. What did he give me? He gave me those. That chip. The Ultra drives. I forget what them things are called. It's on my phone. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Hold on. It's called. What is the mess called? It's called. I forget what that chip is, but it has every Nintendo game that's ever been made, every Sega game that's ever been made, and it's all on this little chip with this little thing that you got to put in your inside of the Genesis, the Nintendo, and all that other stuff and whatnot. I have all of that. Oh yeah, totally paddling. Totally paddling. Do I prefer Mario, Sonic, or Mario? I'm sorry. Do I prefer Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog? Mario. I'm Mario all the way. I love the original Mario Brothers games. I'm still a person that loves Q*bert. And I can play Q*bert. I can play my behind off on Q*bert. I beat Mario Brothers already. And I beat Miss Pac-Man too. I love Miss Pac-Man. I'm actually trying to get my own personal arcade of a Miss Pac-Man. I think the last guy I talked to told me that he would sell it to me for $500. It would be one of them old school ones that you got to put the quarter in. And I would love to get my hands on that. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I appreciate the $2 super chat that I got. But Jason, this is the most important thing, dude. You got to start being responsible, my friend. Stop acting like a little 2-year-old and put your woman on a leash. And Shani, I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice too. Instead of you getting on Twitch today and yelling at the top of your lungs, getting yourself potentially kicked out of the hotel or whatever, why don't you actually listen to what's being said here and apply it, and then watch how your life changes? I can't wait to see you actually show up in Drag's room one day and have to apologize. I can't wait to see you have to show up in the Geek room and have to apologize. And just do a whole YouTube tour of apologizing for the next 2 years. That'd be great. And I can't wait to see it because it's coming. I assure you of that. When they hit really, really, really rock bottom. What y'all need to start doing, Drag, if you're watching this, or for Shani, $75 plus some Subway if she appears on your YouTube channel and deals with all of the accusations that's being made about her, and see if she accepts. Because if they're so hungry and if they're starving and if they're so weak, then it shouldn't be such a problem for her to go and collect. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. That's how I knew they were watching. He made a video about me. Fine, I'll take a look at it. But again, Jason, you told me not to contact you. What I recommend you do, dude, is you need to just start being a man. If I go to your YouTube channel and I hear you talk all this slick talk to me when you can't even do that to your woman, dude, you're not gonna get no respect from me. That's for sure. But let's take a peek at what you talked about on your channel. I mean, I'm live now. I might as well do it. I should replay this video with her saying, "I need G-Man. I need G-Man." That's what your woman was saying about me. Let me see something here. What did he say? He made a video. Let's discuss some serious issues at e-clearing. Oh, he did. All right, so do you guys want to watch that video and listen to what he had to say? Oh, you guys are going to Drag channel? All right, go ahead to Drag channel. I'll go watch this, and if I need to respond, I will. Go ahead and watch Drag. But again, Jason, you need to be a man, dude. Like I said, I'm going to take a look at this video that you did, and if... Oh, okay, so they want me to do that on this channel, so I'll do that then. Let's do that. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm pretty sure he calls me by my real name and everything to try to be, but he can't be a bigger jerk than me because he clearly don't know who he's dealing with. All right. So I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna play the video, guys. So let me do that.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Rev. You know, my videos have been pretty vloggy, kind of, because we've been in so much dire need, and like people come through, man. It's you're a blessing. I want you to understand that when you're blessing us, it's literally like blessing a couple people on the street because we're just fortunate that we have an understanding and we can have a roof over our head. Do you get what I mean? This it's very like I praise God when I see myself every day and I feel like I'm gonna just collapse. You know what I mean? Like I'm like half dying, and then boom, you guys come through, and and I can live again. Like I can have a sub and and function. You know what I mean? So I want to thank you so much. Um, but this is a video. This is a clarification video for people that are you see these things because the guy that was supporting us is now has turned on us, and he's just embellishing and making stuff up to sensationalize to become a reaction channel. This guy has become a reaction channel. That's what he's done. Sowing and reaping. Wow. How did the channel start, Gary? How did the channel start? You were oh, it's going to be a kids channel about Jesus. That's what you told me. You're disgusting. You start with the auspices, sowing and reaping, to make YouTube videos to bless Christians and children with the gospel, and you're now falsely accusing two people of all of these crazy, horrible things that everybody knows the terms of, but I can't say on YouTube. People see that you're a liar. That's really the case. Because do you want to know the truth about what happened with our sons? I'm going to tell you the whole truth of what happened to our sons. My wife and I were doing our best to build a career on social media platforms to bring in money, and Shani had done it. She was there already. I was working on Jason Avocados on Twitter. I wanted to do the mukbang thing with Shani's cooking videos, all of this. We were on our way to being social media personalities. Shane Dawson, okay, this is the reason that most of you probably know me now. I was a prophecy guy, and a lot of people knew me aside from that stuff. But you know me probably now mainly because we were in Shane Dawson's last video about the conspiracy palette, which he went away for how many, like 2 years or something? It was his last video, and he's featured us all through it. My channel name was in there because it was streamed on my channel, not Shani's, when we did the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson conspiracy unpacking stuff, you know. We got swatted the night that video came out. We didn't even know about it. We had no idea Shane's last video for 2 years came out, and we were in it. We had no idea at the time, but we got swatted by the psychos that night in Colorado. So I want you to understand that the situation that Shani and I find ourselves in is not due to our own actions. It was caused by internet psychopaths narcissists. Okay, I go as far as saying psychopathic because a lot of these people are capable of violence, like Gary. This man that you know that's called G-Man on the internet is capable of things that you have no idea, folks, because he told me to my face stuff he planned. Do you get what I'm saying? You should leave that guy alone. Because, whoa, he talked about it directly to us, man.
I kind of wish I was in Scranton right now, because if I was in Scranton, I would show you his sword. I would show you his long knife and his hatchet that he has. And then I would describe to you what he wanted to do to half of you guys on YouTube. Okay. So let me put this out here. Sandra Burgess says a $2 super chat. She says blaming everyone else, right? So let's go back and actually take a look at this nonsense that he's spewing on his YouTube channel. So he's going through everything that he's going through because of something that happened in Boulder. All right, so let's continue.
Me and Shanny, he was walking around, pacing around like an insane person, plotting it with Dragnot. That's the truth. I would sit in a courtroom. I would sit in a testimony chair, and I would tell a court of law that I heard that guy make a direct death threat on an entire family, because that's what he did. He didn't go as far as saying, "Oh, I'm going to go up on drag." He said the whole family, guys. And honestly, because I'm sure he's encouraging you to do this about us, about false stuff, saying that we were forced to feed our children. Excuse me? With the money we had, we were providing as much food for those boys as we could, and we loved them. And we wanted them to eat before us. That's why you saw me getting gaunter and gaunter and gaunter. By the time I had shaved my head, did you see how skinny I was, man? And I was like having trembles. And this is where I'm.
That is straight up malarkey. The reason why the dude lost so much weight wasn't because he wanted the kids to eat and he wanted to spare himself or whatever. The reason why he got that skinny because he was constantly smoking weed. And I'm talking about when he was in Boulder, because he was skinny when he got the PA. By the time he got the PA, he was just smoking Delta 8 every single day. And if he didn't get it, and like I said, Drag, I have these text messages soon where every other day, G-Man, we need our medication. And how many different times have you heard these guys begging for $30? Anytime you hear the 20 or the 30 coming out of their mouth, they ain't thinking about no sandwiches. They thinking about Delta 8. All right. So anyway, let's get to the other part. And by the way, I think a lot of people on here knows, and they know how well documented it is that I do not like that during that time I wasn't that crazy about drag. I was going through mental anguish. I'm not making no excuses. People knew how mad I was, and I apologize about it. I don't know how many different times now or whatever. Okay, so I'll apologize again. I apologize for getting so angry that I was going to go to Texas and I was going to how does Deadpool say it? I was going to unalive drag. That's how mad I got. Okay, but as far as this pacing back and forth and doing this, that, and the other, he's full of it. No, on the contrary, what they was doing is they were calling drag Miss Parker. As a matter of fact, I believe. Is it on Skype or is it on anyway, when I show everybody the text messages, because they better beat me to the punch before I do it. But I'm going to show you just how many times they alluded to the racist stuff when talking about these guys. So as much as I didn't like Miss Parker or I didn't like drag, you ain't never, ever, 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 ever hear me call them the N-word. So let me just get back into this here.
I'm going to be kind to CPS because they did see what was happening with the parents. They saw that there were two parents, that one of which was so mentally with anxiety. I get like this, guys. I get like that. You're saying go get a job. How could I function at a job when it's like I have Parkinson's? Do you get what I'm saying?
Let me just be blunt here real quick. You don't have Parkinson's, sir. Okay? And you can work, and you have the mental faculties to work. It's called withdrawal. When you are used to getting a certain chemical in your body for a prolonged period of time, and you can't get it no more, you start getting the shakes. You start getting the shakes. You start getting the shakes. Like, I'm just saying, if I gave you some liquid courage to smoke, you'll be ready to do any job anybody wants you to do, dude. You are so full of caca, it's not even funny. Anyway, let's get to
Anyway, my point with saying all of this is that people can get the wrong impressions of stuff that has actually happened because enemies of us, because they've decided to turn and make a reaction channel from something that was supposed to be a gospel channel for children.
No, Jason. The reason why I'm coming after you is because I just got frustrated and I got sick and tired of your woman. Okay, and then it came to my attention that you guys had a little plan to try to get that house back, and I wasn't that crazy about it. But remember, it was your girlfriend. I refuse to call her your wife because she's not your wife. Okay, it was your girlfriend, that hooker that you live with, that decided to make a YouTube video, and she wanted to be ungrateful and said that I was giving her a death sentence because I was no longer able to financially support y'all lazy behinds. That's the nice version. You don't want to hear the mean version, Jason. And you know I can be cold-blooded on here, dude. I can be very cold-blooded. But, like I said, I got people watching this, and I don't need no 80 phone calls later with people telling me, G-Man, I wasn't very Christ-like, so I don't want to go there.
I would even question why you're saying it's for children. I want you to understand that what the guy is saying is embellished. And also, here's what the main reason I made the video, okay? I gave you the rundown on what was happening, okay? And to finish that up, I'll say this. Shanny, myself, William, and Zachary, along with CPS, made the decision because of the dad's mental state, and he can't hold a job, forget it. And not in my current state. There's no way, okay? I'm telling you this sincerely. When I was 19 and I got diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, all of my therapists that I was in contact with said, just take your disability. You're going to need it, buddy. I said, no, I'm a normal person. I'm just going to live my life normal. And they said, well, okay, if that's your decision, but that's our recommendation, that you take your disability. With all of this said, I want you to understand that what happened, I can't remember the exact date, but CPS was in the home at G-Man's house. CPS was there, and all of us as a family and CPS together agreed, you don't need to use courts. We don't need to get the courts involved. The courts are involved in different ways, okay? Not in the way that the haters try and make it, that we lost our children by a court. That's not what happened. Okay? CPS didn't have to go to that next step because all of us agreed that with my mental health and Shanny's physical health, and she has mental, Shanny's both, it is in check. Of course. I don't want you thinking Shanny's unhinged because she's not. She's not going through any kind of thing right now. But her physical health, okay? It would have killed me, but if it were possible that Shanny herself could take care of herself and her children, I would have left and done what I had to do. Because it was down to that, because of what happened with Zach, and I'm horrified about that for life. There's nothing that I can't go back and change what happened. So I have to deal with that, and that's my karma. And I'm dealing with massive karma on other things too. Okay, I'm getting mine from God. Because of all of this whole situation, and William came to this conclusion before CPS even showed up at the house. Okay, Mom and dad are just they're not in the state to take care of us. They're just not. I really hope that like Dragnot use this video at BGTV, all of you guys use this video because I want the truth out. Because like you guys have been deceived on so many levels with us.
That is a crock of bull. I wasn't there. I was at work that day, and they called me on the phone. And what happened was CPS wanted me to spend, what was it, 6 to 8 hours a day there in order for the kids to stay there. I was not physically there. My participation in all of this was over the phone. And I told them that would be impossible for me to be there every day for 6 to 8 hours in order for the kids to be there. All right. So let me get back to this.
That it's really hard to unpack all of the lies. Okay? And I haven't even mentioned the lie that G-Man is making that's causing more pain for us. Do you understand what I mean? All of this understood, we came together and said, no, we are not in a state right now to take care of 2 growing boys. We agreed. Shani agreed, I agreed, and CPS said okay. And that's the day that they went. They packed up the stuff that they needed and they went. Okay? This is how this happened. This was not a court order where you had cops involved and the CPS came and said, that's it, your kids are coming with us. That is not what happened at all. We as a family and CPS together agreed.
So again, he said that I was physically there and I wasn't. I was at work. They called me on the phone. They wanted me to be there for like 6 to 8 hours. And that was the condition for the kids to stay there. I told them I couldn't do it. And I hung up the phone. And then the next thing I knew, the kids were taken away. Okay. That's why when I heard Burnt Toast saying certain things on her channel, I was like, well, that's not exactly what happened. You know what I mean? So where the heck is he getting this from? So anyway, his motivation for doing this anyway is to create sympathy so he can continue to get donations and have an excuse not to work. And he cramped all of that into one little video. Okay. Because of the mental condition that he has, he can't work. Because of Shani, because of the fact that she's handicapped, she can't work. But when they was in Boulder, Colorado, and they was swimming in $700,000, they was able to go see Detective Pikachu. They was able to walk around the house, tell everybody that they were poor, talk about EBT cards and all this other stuff. They are full of it. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry. And there's one more thing too. When you was in jail, Jason, she was walking around the house saying she got this big house to herself. And the neighbor saw her walking outside. You are a gullible idiot, dude. You really are.
That this is the best solution. Foster care is much better place for the boys to be, and it is. They have a wonderful Christian that's taking care of them. She's amazing, actually. Shani and I love her, and they're having a normal life. They could have probably had way even better than a normal life if Shani and I were allowed to succeed in our careers online. Do you understand? We would have been making plenty of money, both of us. Combined income, we would have been living good, probably. Okay? We were taken down. A sledgehammer was taken to our knees in terms of our career. That we could do. That I'm capable.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he threaten to do something to Zachary? I believe if you type that on Google, there are newspaper articles talking about this, and that's why they were banned from YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what actually happened, right? So now he's trying to say that people just did it for nothing or whatever. Now, granted, I did get on YouTube and I did say that that a lot of people say that to their kids when they get really mad and whatnot. I did get on here and I said that. But that's the reason. That's the reason they're not on YouTube no more. And they was banned because they broke TOS. As a matter of fact, Shani broke TOS on multiple occasions. So you're being a revisionist, Jason, and you're not being honest, dude. What did you forget about your little trip that you guys did from Boulder to Pennsylvania? All right. It wasn't that long ago, and people still remember that. All right. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's go back to it.
Capable of doing this. I have the gift of gab. I like politics. I can do a headline show like Hasanabi easy, except it'd be a more conservative viewpoint than Hasanabi. Shout out to Hasanabi. I really like him. Like, he's a liberal, but he's really common sense and he's oriented in compassion and stuff. He's a cool guy. So we would have been able to do it, but the internet troll haters destroyed our opportunities. And now we're in the state we're in. We're homeless under the grace of someone else. Okay, this is what's happened. And my money, the money I had from my inheritance, where did it go? I'm going to tell you where it mainly went. From moving multiple times in Colorado. Shani didn't take the money and spend it all. I didn't blow my inheritance and blah, blah, blah. That is not what happened. We had to move multiple times in Colorado because of haters and stalkers and swatting. Shani and I talk about that place that we got kicked out of. That we would have lived there forever happy. We kept that place nice. It was so, oh my God, it was a home. The Thanksgiving and Christmas that we spent there, I'll remember that forever, Shani. My girl cooked such beautiful food, and the boys were there. It was a family, man. And you people, and I'm not talking to the nice people, I'm talking to the haters. You guys destroyed a beautiful family.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Just correct me if I'm wrong. They moved multiple times. I believe they moved twice, right? In Colorado. And then they moved from Scranton, and they moved to Colorado, right? They moved to Scranton to Colorado. And then when they was in Colorado, God, I feel sorry for him. Oh, God. They're going to destroy this poor guy tomorrow. But anyway, or tonight or whenever they review him. But correct me if I'm wrong. Shani got on YouTube and said, and by the way, I know this is true, that the reason why you had them, especially when we look at the Eviction Saga 1, which you guys did to me, okay, you revisionist liar. If I'm not mistaken, didn't you say that you had issues with that house in Pennsylvania because it reminded you of your mother, and that's why you spent all that time drinking? So you guys went to Colorado so that you guys can get high all day, every day. You left in such haste that you left the ACs on for 4 months without cutting them off. They was going to condemn the house. Or do I need to go through the timeline, Jason? But in your defense, you probably had wet brain during that time. Maybe you don't remember. So let's go to Colorado here for a moment. Okay? In Colorado, I believe, didn't you get arrested? Because you didn't want to watch Detective Pikachu? People found out about that location, and y'all had to move to another location because they kept, apparently, according to you guys, kept bothering you guys where you were. So you ended up moving into a more expensive place. Then you told me that you spent 90 grand on that Durango. 90 grand on that Durango. Dude, you're not telling the story properly. Is people just supposed to magically forget about the $1,000 blunt that this woman was smoking what was it, a 14 karat gold blunt that she was smoking during those weed shows? Because I got no problem doing memory lane and showing you all of that. That's not what happened, Jason. That's not what happened at all. A $1,000 blunt that she was smoking. Because her man loved her. $500 makeup. They were just spending their money on all kinds of stupid stuff. Laptops, matter of fact, everything that they gave me, this is what you guys don't know. Everything that they gave me in Scranton, they basically rebought all that junk when they was over there in Colorado. They were just spending their money like crazy. Like it was no tomorrow. And out of Chaney's own mouth, I believe that they were using $5,000 a month. They were together, I believe, in Colorado for about 2 years, 3 years before they went broke. 2 years before they went broke. No, 2 or 3 years before they went completely broke. You do the math, and you'll see just how much of a liar this dude is. But anyway, like I said, they're going to destroy you, Jason, on these channels. They're going to destroy you because even I know that's baloney. All right. So anyway, let's continue. And in your defense, you had wet brain. Maybe you just don't remember any of this. Hey, your funeral, dude. Anyway, let's continue.
That was living their lives, and the boys were going to normal school. I was getting up every morning at 7 a.m. and taking them to school and stuff, and Shani did the same. She'd get up, and it was a family. And we had a normal life, and you guys, the haters, destroyed.
Hold up. Hold up a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, because this was during the years they wasn't that crazy about G-Men. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is before the reconciliation happened. Wasn't he complaining about having to pick them boys up, calling them the scum of the earth and everything else in the book? Like, honestly? Anyway, let's continue, because this revisionist is making himself look like a donkey's behind right now. And I'm pretty sure Shani's got the script up there and telling him, say this so we can keep getting $13 every day. That's big money for us.
That. We had to move from that place, and then it was after that it was over because we felt we were so attacked and being stalked by people because people were attacking the Tahoe that we had at the time. We had a 2007 Chevy Tahoe, and they were ripped. They ripped off the rear windshield wiper.
A year ago, you had me on that one. 6 months ago, you had me on that one. I guess just like they did this to your tire, right, Jason? Let me just show everybody this real quick because I got a picture of this on my phone. You can go to my community post if you don't want to wait to see this or whatever. Let me close the YouTube thingy. Where is my photos? So they damaged your car, huh? I'm sorry, Jason. I'm gonna have to question that this time because you guys was the one that told me that they destroyed your tire, and it turned out that you was driving around with some type of thing in your tire, and you were driving around with a flat. Then I got on YouTube and made a complete butthole out of myself and went off on these people and threatened people behind a lie that you told on here, dude. But you said they went on your that they went on the property and did this. How about another view? Hold on a minute. Here's another view. Let's try another one. Yep, them haters definitely did that. Do you see that in the bottom there, guys? Do you guys see that? Do you see that? Do you see what's in the bottom of that tire there? Do you see that? All right. Oh yeah, the haters did that. Oh yeah, totally. The haters totally did that. Yeah, and you guys were living this perfect and beautiful life over there in Boulder, Colorado. You never complained about the kids, and these haters came out of nowhere and just completely destroyed you. You didn't call Life of a Free Spirit the N-word multiple times. You didn't call me the N-word multiple times. You didn't attempt to destroy me a multiple times. You guys wasn't smoking weed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and preaching the gospel of weed. I literally heard Shani say that in order for you to be saved, you got to smoke weed. We need to even the playing field. The stupid stuff that was coming out of this woman's mouth was unbelievable. All right. Oh, the Delta 8 pics. Hold on a minute. I don't think that's on this phone. That's on the other phone. Nope, don't got no Delta on this one. I got the on the other phone. I have 4 different phones. That's the only reason Drag hasn't gotten the picture yet, because that one is in Scranton and I have to get it. I'm convinced it's over there. But y'all got to see that bed. They are so full of it, it's not even funny. And I don't feel sorry for the butt whipping they're going to receive from all these reaction channels. I don't feel sorry for them one bit, because I've endured enough of this nonsense. I am not trying to defend that garbage for a second.
We had to go into a place that we felt was protected. And I said, screw the money. We have to do this. I knew that I was going to tank financially. The place was $3,000 a month. We still got, that's right. Because our Amazon packages, sometimes the lockers in that place at Covell on the Promenade, sometimes the lockers would be filled. So they have to put your packages on your front door. The haters that were in Colorado, you guys did absolutely. I know how many of you are in Colorado. I remember from G+. Where the hell was Nate Cunningham trying to help me out? I know Nate Cunningham lives in fucking Boulder. He's a cop. I was friends with Nate Cunningham, but no. Oh, it's Shanny and Rev now, and Rev 2 tied in with the whatever you guys do. I'm not going to help them. Yeah, fuck you people, man. They put our packages on the front porch. Shanny had Jeffree Star stuff stolen, to probably $300 of Jeffree Star stuff stolen. Video game items that I had ordered stolen. This stuff happened, guys. And the key fob. How about we bring up the key fob? One night that it snowed so much that there was a foot drift, and I couldn't close the door. And the Durango was out there with the keys in it. Stupid on my part. Dumb. But when you feel safe, you feel safe. I come out to the Durango, keys are gone. Who did that? You guys love to bring that up and say it's a lie. No, it happened. Was I stupid for leaving the keys in there? Yeah, I was a fucking idiot. But I felt safe in that building.
What I want to know is, why is he conveniently forgetting about Shanny calling the police on him and then her ultimately getting arrested? And then people knowing where that location was and they had to actually move. Like, honestly, I strongly recommend people go take a look at the following YouTube channels: XX channel, XX Archive, Shabby, is it Shabby? I think it's Shabby for Life. Go take a look at Fundy Archive. Go take a look at Revelation News's archive videos. Like I said, this revisionist isn't telling the story correctly at all. I might actually do a 2-hour-long video. Actually, you know what? That's not necessary. What you can do is you can go to Irate Alex's YouTube channel and go look at the documentary that was done over there. Go look at that so that you guys can see just how full of it this guy is talking about this. And as much as I hate doing this, as much as this bothers me, it makes me feel dirty doing this. Go take a look at Dragnut's Eviction Saga. Yeah, go take a look at some of the videos that he has on his channel, BGTV and Miss Parker. I never thought in a million years I would tell people to go to those YouTube channels, but go look at it. It's just to see how inconsistent he is with his stories. Because what they're going to do is they're going to hit play, and you're going to see what came out of their own mouths and what actually happened and why they had to move. Guy is full of it. Again, I think that they know that they're not going to be able to deceive certain people. I think their goal is to deceive whoever has been consistently giving to them. That's their goal. All right. But a lot of the stuff that he's saying is straight up malarkey. And when I get that Christian panel together and it's time to talk about this, that's going to be the nail in the coffin. I promise you that.
I really hope that you're getting an idea of what happened here. This was not wanton living. Just going out to Colorado and smoking as much weed as we can and blowing everything. That's not what happened. Do you realize how much it costs to replace beds and tables and chairs multiple times in multiple apartments? Do you know how much that costs? And the deposits that you have to put down for.
Oh, I totally understand how much it costs to replace those things. But how stupid do you got to be to replace these things if you can actually take what you have and actually take it with you? That's called being irresponsible with your money. Let me give you a really stupid example so that you can understand what I'm talking about. All right. For example, I have a guitar here, an electric guitar here that I don't know how to play. I live at address A. When I move, I'm going to take this same guitar with me to address B. I don't have to buy another guitar. Only an idiot would leave this guitar where it was and say, we just buy all new stuff, brand new stuff. Only an idiot would do something like that. No, the reason you had to move is because that arrest thingy happened. You got tired. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe on multiple videos, you guys got tired of the harassment of Boulder police constantly being unfair to people. When Shanny got arrested and she was in jail, when you was pretending to be apart, when you guys were actually in the same room, pretending that you can't bear to be apart from each other. Like, stop the nonsense, right? Jason. You're full of it, dude. I mean, I didn't even make those videos, and I can take the footage and actually prove it, dude. Because that as a matter of fact, that whole fight that you guys had in Boulder was over me. It was over me. And they all know it. My goodness gracious. But anyway, over some Detective Pikachu. That ain't the reason why you guys are arguing. And we both know it.
Was ruining my. I knew it was ruining my finances. My financial advisor called me multiple times and said, Jason, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm doing what I have to do to take care of my family, Mike. He's like, all right.
No. Allow me to translate, because Sabella's not in here. Some other people are not in here. People who were there in the beginning. A lot of them are not here. So allow me to translate. I had no spine. I couldn't tell Shanny no. So I decided to spin myself into bankruptcy, into poverty, because I didn't have a spine to tell Shanny no. Nobody forced you to go to a gated community where you got to pay $3,000 a month. Nobody forced you to do that. Nobody forced you to buy brand new furniture. Nobody forced you guys to have those fights and have the police come over there and arrest your goo goo gee gaga that's incapable of taking care of herself. Give me a break, man. Rev, Jason, if you're going to make a video response towards me, dude, for crying out loud, dude, put some effort into it. Put some effort into it. I am getting tired of responding to people on the internet, dude, that don't know how to make a proper video. Like, honestly, that sucks. There's nothing you're saying in there is true. Like,
I understand. Looks like you're going to need to get a job. It's like, well, this was not wanton living, and I want you to understand that. That's fine. This was not wanton living. I want you to understand that. Don't put it on Shanny. Stop putting it on Shanny. I'm telling you the truth. I'm her husband. I'm not just defending her. She did not blow the money. The main reason was because we had to have such crazy security in our lives because of the stalking, harassment that was going on in.
Okay, guys, the reason why they're broke is because they had to keep moving. They moved twice. Now, mind you, I know a lot of you know how to do math. $700,000. $700,000. You know, they had to move twice, and that's where it went. And it's very expensive to buy furniture. Very expensive to buy $100 table, $200 couch, and and modest furniture and everything and whatnot, right? But you want to know what? I want to entertain this a little bit just to show people how dumb anybody is to believe this stuff. So let's forget about her getting arrested and all of that. Let's say they had to move. They moved 3 times actually. Actually, they didn't get on the plane. They drove from Scranton to Boulder, Colorado. They drove there. She drove from Minnesota to meet her boo-boo, took his virginity, took his mind, took his dignity, and then they drove all the way to Colorado. And we heard like 9 different stories with this and everything and whatnot. They go to Colorado. They think they're big shots. Think they're better than everybody, calling people the N-word, telling everybody that they're beneath them, that she's rich and that she's petty and that she's a goblin queen and she's all this other stuff and whatnot, right? And then out of the blue, for no apparent reason whatsoever, people start stalking them, following these movie stars everywhere they went. So packages started disappearing. The packages started to disappear. All of this other stuff started to disappear, right? And then what happened? Oh, the story gets better. What happened was this peaceful, loving, humble family that isn't bothering anybody, ain't doing nothing to nobody. We're just being harassed by everybody because they did nothing to nobody. There wasn't the illegal eviction of G-Man. There wasn't all this N-word stuff going around on YouTube. There wasn't any fights going on between them. They wasn't doing all these videos, smoking up all of their money. None of that stuff was going on. That's a figment of my imagination. No, they don't have any furniture. They don't got nothing. They barely got the shirts on their back. The only thing they got to show a value of that money that they had is that Durango. That's it. And maybe the PS5 and the laptop that they have. But then because of the haters, because they did absolutely, even Von Helton wouldn't agree with that nonsense if he was in here. Even Von Helton doesn't like the haters, and even he would tell them that they're full of it. So they moved to a gated community, $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month. And they go there, and then the haters follow them there, and they attack them there. There's no video of Shanny on here saying that you spent all of your money on all this frivolous stuff, that we need to sell it. We need to sell all these games and all this nonsense that they didn't need. None of that stuff ever happened. Shanny didn't go out there and do all these shopping hauls and spend an insane amount of money on nothing. None of that stuff ever happened. That is a figment of our imaginations. Jason, you didn't get in the Durango with me and tell me how you lost $125,000 in the stock market and then lost another $100,000. And then when your wet brain went away, you wanted to kill that woman after you found out about that. No. None of those things ever happened. This is why you ain't no man, dude. I'm going to go so far to say you're a punk because you're allowing that woman to strip you of what little dignity you had left. She's a wonderful woman. A wonderful woman. She's this little little teddy bear, little innocent little thing that goes around calling people the N-word, calling people the B-word, has the dirtiest mouth, has a dirtier mouth than the incinerator authority, has trash. You know what I mean? Like, cut the baloney, Jason. Cut the baloney. Like I said, I don't pity you. You deserve everything them people are going to do to you tomorrow, dude. You deserve all of it. Every nook and cranny of it. Every nook and cranny of it you deserve, dude. And I'm gonna tell you why I deserve it. Because you decided to get on here and just become a complete revisionist and lie through your teeth. Now, the icing on the cake is gonna be when the boss, when Jason's Lord and Savior, Shanny for herself, Shanny needs love, cult of Shanny, Shanny for Christ, his God, his woman, his all in all gets on here and tries to back up that trash that he just got finished saying. Anyway, let's continue.
Colorado. It's as simple as that. And you guys got the cops involved too. And that was the end of it. When the cops got involved, it's like, we want to be in a place with preferably a gated community that's locked most of the time with protection, which isn't what we had. It wasn't.
Shanny called the police on you. Dude, okay, first of all, the Bible says thou shalt not bear false witness against their neighbor. That's number one. I know you don't care about what the Bible says, but I'm going to mention this anyway, Jason. And the other thing is that God hates a lying tongue, dude. He really does. He don't support liars, and he doesn't bless liars. Okay? Shanny called the police on you, dude, and then she got arrested. What kind of crack cocaine are you on, dude? Like, honestly. My goodness gracious, these people are stupid. And before anybody in the body of Christ tell me, G-Man, you shouldn't be calling them stupid. G-Man, you should be showing them great. I know you guys listening to the same story. I mean, like honestly, we all watched what happened. And this guy just sold you guys a bag of goods. Oh my God, man. Oh, this is why sometimes I want to leave YouTube. My brain hurts from the level of stupid that I just got finished listening to. But anyway, let's continue.
That, it wasn't locked down. It's an open community, but there's security and stuff. And that was a huge breaker of the bank. $3,000 a month. That's rough. Okay. So I went over a bunch of things here. Okay. But I want you to know, because especially the people that are kind and are helping us, I want you to know that you're helping two people that were attacked horribly, and we're in a bad spot now financially because of it, which is civil lawsuits. Someday maybe. Right now we're just trying to survive by the grace of others, and we're getting through it. We are. Thanks to you. Thanks to the kind people on the internet. Thank you again. Now, finally, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to think of a bigger title for this, because I want this video is not going to go private. I private my stuff because I'm afraid of flagging and stuff. So this is the reason I'm mainly making the video. G-Man Gary has made the statement that where I'm living in this hotel, there's a Dollar General store right across the street. Total, complete lie. The closest place that I was able to get groceries with the EBT card was a market that's on exit 197 over here. Okay? It's not across the street. Okay? If I were crazy, I could take my laptop right now and unplug it and take you outside. I'm not going to do that, because I don't want people camping out in a field. Shanny River here. I don't want that. Okay? I'm not going to show you exactly. But I'm telling you, the closest place that I could get groceries on the card, because I do have two places that I can get stuff here that I can walk to, but neither one of them take the EBT card. If you want to look this up on the internet, you guys know the hotel we're at now, surely, like 90% of you guys, because I know. Okay, I know how this works. Look up the hotel and then see the proximity between the nearest Dollar General to the hotel. And I'll tell you the market. The market I was going to was called Wise Market. Okay? And it's in Dalton. Okay? For me to walk there, I would have to walk on a 65-mile-per-hour highway on the side. Okay? Now, people are going to say, oh, that's no big deal. Have you ever tried walking on a highway on the side?
Is there anybody here from Jersey City, New Jersey, or Newark, New Jersey, or Bergen County, or anything like that? In Jersey City, we have this road called this road called Route 440. Okay, in order to get from one side to get to what we will call the Hudson Mall in the shopping area that's over there, you have to cross the street to go from the side on Jersey City to actually cross. In the miles per hour on Route 440, I believe it's either 55 or 60 miles per hour. And that is the norm, and people cross that all the time. It's not that you don't have to be crazy. The problem with you, again, Jason, is that you haven't experienced life at all, dude. You had everything given to you. You've been pampered. You've had people cater to you all the time, and you have never had to get off your behind and do something for yourself. All right. So anyway, let's continue.
When the side is like this, literally, it's like that. The emergency lane is very small on this highway, okay? You have 18-wheeler truckers coming from behind you, and they were blowing me forward, dude. I was crying. I was like, Jesus, God, I'm going to die. This is insane. I'm like, Lord, please get me through this. Please get me through this. Please get me through this. Okay? That's when the Durango broke down. But I actually had a lane to walk in, at least there. Okay? On this highway, it's brush and a line. Okay? And the brush goes down to a pit. So I would literally have to walk over a mile back to and from, over a mile, with bags to get groceries on a 65-mile-per-hour highway. They're going to call the state police, okay? Because you're not supposed to walk on a 65-mile-per-hour highway. You're not supposed to. G-Man is lying his ass off because that's what he's good at this point. Twisting things and making things seem that they aren't. Like me hitting on women and no. I was being nice to clerks. That's what he saw. I never hit on any of them because I'm not interested. I'm happy with Shannon. Okay? He's taking things and he twists a little bit here, twists a little bit there to make it sensational, and then he makes his nice, beautiful money, don't you? You fucking asshole. You fake. You phony. You psycho that spent 4 years in an institution.
I'll comment on the institution thing in a moment, but yeah, I'm making great money. Oh yeah, I'm definitely making great money. I believe I got a $2. No, I got $4 so far tonight, Jason, and I believe that's 4 more than you have. All right, and again, my offer is still there, man. I got $300 for you that I went to work and earned. I had to beg for this. All you gotta do is leave that barracuda. That's what you gotta do and go get a job. If you don't want to do it, you can keep getting on YouTube and selling out your dignity. But anyway, let's get down to the last bit of this video so I can finish laughing at this guy. I know I muted myself before I finished.
Yeah, chew on it. Chew on it. I'm not being Christ-like. I should be turning the other cheek and silent as Christ. But you know what? I know how you are, G-Man. If I don't buck up to you like a male, you're going to think I'm a bitch. Well, you know I'm not a bitch because I stood up for myself when you were being a psycho to us in the house. Blasting in the door.
So let me give everybody a bit of a background on what he's talking about. Y'all remember when I said when I walked in the house and the house smelled like 100% pee, cat pee, and it smelled like fungus feet. And I said I had people that was going to come and look at the house because at the time I was trying to either sell it or rent it out. I woke everybody up and told them they got to clean the house up because they claimed that they did it. I got text messages that says that they claimed that they did it. Now you got to look at this from my perspective. They had a cell phone that I was paying for. I was paying for their lights. I was paying for their water. I was paying for their shelter. I was paying for their food. I was paying for all of this stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, when you got people that are subservient to you, they don't have the right to tell me what I can and what I can't do when I walk in there. That house shouldn't have been smelling like that. Okay? Now, Jason, if you want to have this discussion in real time, I can always give you the link and we can talk about this. Because how many of you noticed that he has yet to call me a liar about how they smelled? I'm waiting for that one to come. Then I'm going to humiliate him, okay? I'm going to humiliate him because I'm literally going to go to the neighbors out there. And I'm going to prove that people could smell that place outside the house. And I'm going to record it so you can all hear it. Mark my words. He can try me if he wants. All right. And then there's the contractors that was there. Don't get me started, Jason. All right.
About drag and this bullshit that we weren't paying attention to at all, not watching the channels. You burst in there like a psycho. You need mental help, dude.
So you guys wasn't interested in talking about drag, right? And that's why I found that note there in your handwriting claiming that you wanted the Lord to avenge you and to kill this guy. But you guys wasn't talking about him. I'm a little confused about that. I'm a little confused about that. But you want to know what, Jason? I'm going to keep letting you make your video. I want to invite everybody on YouTube to go over to Mr. Silva's YouTube channel. Drag, if you're watching this, I want you to check your Skype tomorrow. Check your Skype about 7 o'clock tomorrow. You will have all the ammunition you need to show how stupid and how wrong he really is. I mean, I can do it right now, but you know, since you guys are so interested in people making money, and I didn't didn't really do anything on here. I know what's going to get you guys angry, so I can pick any, mini, miny, mo. I can pick the Geek Room. We know how you guys feel about them, or I can pick drag. So, do you want the left one or do you want the right one? Which one do you want? Or how about this? Because I know who you can't stand up. You know, the both of you ain't that crazy about Von Helton. Perhaps I should give Von Helton that information. Jason, or maybe Carrie, since she got so angry about what Carrie did in her live stream, or I can give it to Sabella, or I can give it to a whole bunch of other people on here, Shanny, that ain't that crazy about you, to prove that you're a liar. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep letting this guy talk. You know, they wasn't talking about drag, they wasn't saying all this other stuff. She flagged down JD Kane. Okay, she did that. And then she was actively trying to flag down Dragnet. All right. So again, I got my proof, and I'm gonna make sure you all get it. All right. So anyway, and as a matter of fact, I think I got the text message where she was celebrating JD Kane's channel going down, if I'm not mistaken, because you know she was a partner. She was able to contact YouTube. I'm gonna destroy her. I believe that's Mr. Silvis. Let's see something here. Is that him? Oh, okay, that's not him. That's somebody else on Skype. People are bidding for that information. I'm gonna give it to drag. But anyway, let's and you want to know what? I might put it in I might put some of it in my community post tomorrow or something like that. But drag, check your Skype tomorrow night. All right.
God, Jesus, I don't need no pills. I don't. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So I wanted to clear this up. There's no Dollar General next door to me. I have 2 convenient marts that I can get stuff with cash or a card that has cash on it. They will not take the EBT card. If I was thinking more, I probably would have brought up I could do it and bring up a browser and do Google Maps, and you would have like from Dollar General to Oya Motel. You get what I'm saying? You have to take a 65 mile per hour highway, because I'm at exit 199 in Dalton, and that's at exit 197. Okay? Do you guys know how exits work? That's quite a ways. Okay? Like, I mean, I can walk and everything, but that's asking a lot for a guy to be on a walkway about like this, where there's a drop off of grass into a pit, and I'm going to be lugging grocery. What if my bags break? I'd be crying on the highway. Like, what the hell am I going to do? The guy's a liar, and he knows This is the last thing I'll tell you. He was here in this room with us. I can't remember how long ago now because time is going. A couple weeks ago, maybe, yeah. I don't know. A few weeks ago, he was here. And he said, you need stuff, right? Because he was still nice G-man now. He was the nice narcissist right now. He was playing the good guy. So he was buying us stuff at Dollar General. He went to that Dollar General that is near here. Okay, near. If you have a car that's functioning well, it's great. You jump on the highway, you go to exit 197, boom. You get your groceries and everything. We have no ride right now. Okay? It's exit 197, look it up. Between exit 199 and exit 197, and it's walking. It's all walking. There's a bridge, there's crossways where cars come through at 40 miles an hour. When you get off on that 197, it's a crossway with exits, or excuse me, with entries to the highway and exits to the highway. Okay? And the people are going 40 miles an hour with some guy walking on no, I'm gonna get hit. Do you get what I'm saying? But G-Man doesn't drive. So he's like, oh, it was across the street from your hotel. You know you're lying to impact our lives when you just left us in this. I'm sorry. I feel blessed that I have a roof. But you just left us in the middle of nowhere, and it's insane. And now you lie, openly lie, and you know you're lying about where these stores are. Because you don't drive. I was chauffeuring you around, you know. You know, if you didn't remember, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Because I see what your channel is doing now. You're all about reaction, poning. It's not Christian at all. And you need to repent.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got our sermon today from the great Reverend Jason, coming from since he actually said it, the Dalton Hotel, at the Oho Hotel in Dalton, PA, according to him. And now that he's told all of you where he actually is, and I didn't do it because I kind of figured that would happen. Jason, I've been dying to tell you this, man. I think I know why they got you there until you found the place or whatever. It just hit me. You remember when they was getting ready to kick you out because there was a problem with the card or whatever, and I tried to do the reservation thing or whatever. They had my debit card information. You remember that, Jason? You remember that? See, this is what the owner of the Oho Hotel doesn't understand. That card can no longer be charged anymore. So somewhere in his head, he's thinking, oh, we'll just keep charging his card and we'll take the money directly off of his card whenever we need the money. And I think by now he's probably figuring out he can't do that. You might want to humble yourself, dude. So that's number one. You just got finished getting ready to say that you live in a dump. You got a roof over your head and it is a dump. Trust me, dude, in the middle of the fall, in October, it's very cold outside. Trust me, you want to be in that dump. You want to be in that dump. You said I left you there. No, I was paying for that room every single week. And now that I know exactly where you are, I know the room that you're in. I know how to find you now. Because I was wondering, a part of me was like, they're not in that same room, are they? You know what I mean? I certainly, definitely wouldn't tell nobody what room these people are actually in. I would never actually do that. No, I would not. I would never tell nobody how to find the room that you're in. No. I would never, ever, ever actually do anything like that. No. I would never, ever actually do something like that. Because that would actually be wrong. I would never do anything like that because that's just so unethical to do something like that. You know what I mean? I'm definitely one of these other people that do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Don't. I mean, the last time I checked, wasn't it your woman that was the one that went out there and actually did a background search on me and tried to claim that I was wanted for a DUI and all this other stupid nonsense? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? So you actually got finished saying that they were stalking you in Boulder, Colorado, and then you revealed to these same people, according to you, where you are in Dalton, PA. But mind you, I know you guys know how to clip stuff. Take the clip where he said exactly where he was, then get the clip where he said that you guys were stalking them. They just told you how to find them, like they kind of told you how to find them in Colorado. How they told you how to find them in PA, because neither of them know how to shut up. Okay, so again, G-Man ain't no liar. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, that place is across the street. You can use your debit card at Dollar General. And I'm going to stick to my story saying that they refused to work. Now, again, you heard his story. He doesn't have the mental capacity, even though on XX Archive, Shabby for Life, Fat Courtney Loves YouTube channel, and I'm going to make sure I clip all of this. I'm going to make a brand new intro. My new intro is going to be awesome. It's going to be 5 minutes long, and it's going to be an awesome intro because it's going to tell you what I really think about these two. But Shani said that if the money ran out, she would do Uber, which involves doing what, guys? Come on. It don't take a long time. What does it involve? Sitting down and driving. She said she would do Uber if it ran out. Rev said he knows how to operate a cash register. Now, all of a sudden, he's got a mental illness. He can't work. Shani's physically handicapped. If one of you was a millionaire and you offered Shani right now $100,000 or $500,000 to come and see you, I bet you them legs would magically get strong and she will walk her behind to come see you. She is full of it. And so is he. So, again, guys, like I said, this dude ain't no real man. Now, he wants to sit there and say I was a psycho. I'm glad he's finally getting this out because, Jason, I always knew you was full of caca when you was like, G-Man, I love you. G-Man, I love you. Have you noticed ever since your woman made that video and started all of this by saying that I gave her a death sentence, have you noticed that you or her haven't given me any appreciation for anything that I did for you? But I see you out here praising just random people here on the internet, but you don't say anything about me. But that's fine. I don't need your praise or anything like that. I know what I did, and you know what I did. Okay? You should be thankful that you got a roof over your head because the God that I serve has a phenomenal sense of humor for people who are thankless, who are idolaters, who worship something other than the true and living God. Now, you want to sit there and say, I'm psycho? Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason. Didn't you and your woman do porn? Didn't you get naked for $10 on YouTube? As a matter of fact, somebody told me the grand total that you guys made from doing all of that was a whopping $30. $30. But I'm the one with the issues? I believe there's a YouTube video where you having wet brain and Shani smoking weed and you start doing like out of nowhere or whatnot. I'm going to find that part and I'm actually going to use it. What about when your woman was celebrating when Fat, Fit, and Geeky got into a car accident? Like, you miraculously forget a lot of stuff. And then the only reason I don't start playing all of these videos about Shani talking about life of a free spirit and her calling her whole family the N-word, the only reason I don't do that is because I don't want to get flagged for that nonsense, because that's how often you two use the N-word. You referred to me as the N-word on multiple occasions, Jason. Shani referred to me as the N-word on multiple occasions. Your life was destroyed because both of you were dumb and you thought you was invincible and you thought your little pocket change was actually going to give you permission to get on here and behave any way you want. For crying out loud, of professional athletes who are worth millions of dollars can't get on social media and say whatever they want. What the heck made you think you could? But anyway, that intro that you guys see me use is the last time you guys are going to use that one. I'm going to delete it, and I got a new one. And I'm going to pwn these knuckleheads before I even say anything regarding my new intro or whatever. Does anybody have any questions in the live chat regarding this video? And again, Jason, I'm sticking by what I said, dude. You ain't no man. Because if you was a man, you wouldn't be begging on the streets for money. You would actually go out there and go get a job. Nothing you said in your video, absolutely nothing you said in your video gives an excuse for why I have to take care of your responsibilities, dude. Shanny ain't my woman. I ain't sleeping with her. I ain't getting no poutine pie. You are. That's your responsibility, dude, not mine. Your responsibility, not mine. So you can tell that entitled. You can tell that entitled Stegosaurus Rex. Now, I know there's no such thing as a Stegosaurus Rex. I'm just saying. You can tell that Stegosaurus Rex, that fossilized moron that you sleep with, Jason, that if she wants some money in her pocket, that if she wants to live the good life again, she needs to get off her fat behind and actually go get a job. And if you're content with $5 here and $10 there, more power to you. Enjoy your new lifestyle, dude. More power to you. Because even if I was never involved in your life, and this is the hard truth that you need to understand, Jason. If I never met you, if I never got involved with you or anything like that, you would still be in the condition that you're in right now. Because that woman would have played you for your money. You would still be broke. You would still be living under somebody else's roof. And now, Jason, because you don't want to work, welcome to the world of doing what you're told or else. That is the world that you're in, and you're going to be in that world for the rest of your life. You made your decision. I made my decision. You enjoy yourself, dude. Okay? You enjoy yourself. Because when I get up tomorrow, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make me some money. And then I'm going to do my thing. And you know what you're going to do? I wonder how I can get these stupid people on the internet to give me $10. So I can get a $10 from this person over here. So I can get me some Delta 8. I wonder how I can actually do that. Now, remember, you told them where you were. You did. Not me. You did. So you didn't learn from Scranton. You didn't learn from Boulder. You didn't learn from your previous address in Boulder. I'm sorry, in Colorado. They're about to remind you again because this is how stupid you are at the end of the day. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me play this video here by Sabella. How do I get this link? Let me see something here. You know what? That's on Fundy Archive. I'll show everybody this. Hold on. Because he said that the reason why he lost all of his money was because the people on the internet and whatnot and some of the bad decisions that he made. Okay, let's go to the Fundy Archive. I'm gonna show everybody what happened. This is him with Wet Brain, and he heard that Shanny was giving all of his money to Shanny's mother. Not all of it, but giving some of the money to Shanny's mother. Okay, it's called Jason Has a Moment of Clarity. Okay, let me show you guys this video here real quick. This one's gonna echo. I'm not gonna mute for this one. This one's gonna echo, so I apologize, guys. So let me just go here real quick and show you what I'm talking about here. This is the Fundy Archive YouTube channel. Blue owns this YouTube channel. Okay. This is the video which he claims he used me to get Jason. Okay, this is when she claimed that she never flirted with Jason. There are other videos on here where she is actually admitting to their adulterous affair while she was married to Chris. All right, but let's take a look at this one right here. Now, I don't know the timestamp. That's the only thing. I'm gonna try to fast forward.
I woke up crying.
Now, I don't know the timestamp. That's the only thing.
Because I really, truly want reconciliation with my mom. And I have. I want reconciliation.
Here we go.
I want reconciliation.
I don't know the timestamp.
But it's like with these people. Made it such a big deal. Yeah, us back together up to Jason.
You're just gonna give her our fucking money. Are you fucking retarded? Is that what it is?
I'm desperate for a mom. Not anymore. I'm not.
What were we gonna do for money if you gave your stupid fucking mother our money?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be a good daughter. I'm just trying to.
Yo, Jason, tell me again what happened in Colorado again, man. Yo, tell me again what happened in Colorado again. How you lost all that money again, dude? Like, play that video again and tell me how you lost that money. Tell me how you lost that money. You didn't lose that money because you just made some random decisions. That woman spent you broke long before that, dude. Long before that. Not to mention, I can't wait till I find that. And Shanny, I never showed you this, Shanny. I never showed you this. But I need to take the time out and show you the email that I received from your mother, where your mother was the one that was telling me about how you really felt about me. And I'm going to make sure the whole world sees that one on Mr. Silva's YouTube channel. Because I think it would be hilarious if everybody got to see that. Okay, especially if it came directly from me. Oh, yeah. She wished her dead a bunch of times. Yeah, totally. But again, they want to talk about my Christianity. Bet. Go type in Shanny. When you get an opportunity for the new people here, type in Shanny and Reb does porn. She got her boobs all out and whatnot. Like, go take a look at it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. No, like I'm keeping it real. The Dragnet reviews it. You know what I mean? Just go take a look at it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I think Ray Alex talks about it too. So again, that was a delusional story that Mr. Jason gave everybody. It's simply not true. All right. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Jason, I know you're mad at me making $4 tonight. If anybody wants to give a donation, my Cash App is $. As a matter of fact, let me, since you want to get mad at me, Jason, let's see something here real quick. Since you really want to get mad at me, I'm going to be a mega jerk for the end of this video. The next video I'll do, I think I'll preach the gospel to you. Since you want to talk about who's a Christian and who isn't. You're the same person that came to me at night and told me that witchcraft was part of Christianity. Because that Barracuda that you're part of actually told you that. So anyway, my Cash App, if you guys want to catch it at the end, it says $Gman3233. If you guys want to cash at me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to put that awesome outro in. And like I said, Rev, you deserve everything you're going to get tomorrow, because those people are going to hear that whack story that you gave, and they're going to rip you to pieces.